Hey, everybody, it's the Coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
With Jessup. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 6 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. The throw over the middle taken in.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Gallman. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett. It's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down to score on the opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Jackson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The numbers for Smith last time out: 24 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Jackson now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run, and it started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brissett again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He completes it to Jones. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys right off the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. On the draw, this is Smith, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A give to Smith out of the gun, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Smith. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Ravens have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Bissett going for Metcalf on the deep incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 2nd down now, it's Smith. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ito Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
We're set on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, Now, guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far, so I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check.
On 3rd down, Smith. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith, and he's going to be met at about the 43. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
This will be fielded at the 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. 35-3. The final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. 28-10, the final. And then one more to highlight. Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second?
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Smith. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On 1st down, Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Smith on first down, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. On second down, it's Edwards, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He's at the 50. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Brandon Carr on the coverage there. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Throwing, Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Back now in Baltimore. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll run it again with Smith. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball. Made
it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. From the red zone now, Jackson on 1st down. Well, we looked at each, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 1st touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Tucker now to get away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one for him.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Brissett now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Brissett. And James has it. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jerry Hughes in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To the right side and complete to Hurst. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brissett on 4th down. Ebron's got it. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
30 base. 54. Mike, 54. And here we go. Watch the recon. 132 fighter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Minshew. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.